Hi, I'm Mike Bogden.
And Craig Neville.
And this is the Island Park Weekly Weather Report for...
Unfortunately, I have to say it, Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. Can I go back to May?
No, but you want to change the year too, or what?
2023?
No, to change the year 2022. Since you changed last 2 times ago, you changed the month. This time you can change the year.
I can change the year now. I don't want to go back to 2022.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because your house,
I just want to go back to the beginning of summer.
Your house
I haven't had a chance to enjoy it yet.
Because your house wasn't done, and
that's right.
And the grocery store wasn't done.
That's right. That's right. So I want to stay where I'm at with all that.
Okay.
Yes, I just want a summer to go back and enjoy again.
Well, enjoy what's left of it. So anyway, so we're over here in Box Canyon.
Yes.
And the reason we're here in Box Canyon is because it's beautiful, it's calm, it's serene, and it's quiet.
It is, and we both couldn't go too far today because we got too much stuff to do.
Yeah, it's busy. Anyway, so let's talk about the weather, Craig.
All right, so we got a stormy week coming up,
well,
I think.
It's definitely going to be a front coming in with a cool down trend.
Yep, and I see that starting Wednesday morning.
Well, actually, it started Tuesday because Monday night we had some storm blow through. So
we did.
So it's already starting to change. But it's going to change more abruptly here, coming up pretty quick. So
yeah. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I expect more rain than not.
I think we're going to have
more
intermittent
thunderstorms.
I think we'll have intermittent thunderstorms. I'm not sure how much rain we're going to get out of each storm, but it's going to be mostly cloudy, and we're going to have these storms, kind of thunder bumpers, come and go.
That's right, but I want to say there's a potential for some heavy rain downpours.
Yeah, we had one last Monday night. So
Monday night, it came down pretty good.
It didn't last a long time, but it did come down. So you get caught in one, you'll be a little wet. So
yes,
I had to walk the dogs in that one. That was it's like, quick, hurry, grab my hoodie.
I got called at night to say that there was some uncovered charcoal out back, so I had to go rescue it in the rain.
Anyways,
at the store.
Exactly. Well, I figured that.
Yeah.
Because if you did in a fire pit, that'd be silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got this change coming through. It's going to be a cool down, and so we're looking at the highs starting in the 70s. For Wednesday, dropping down to low 70s, and even maybe
for Thursday, Friday.
Yep, and then even down to 60s.
We may see a high 60 on Saturday, and then maybe even a mid 60 on Sunday. But Mike thinks it's going to be a little bit warmer.
Yeah, but it's going to be right in that ballpark.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a lot cooler than what we've had.
It will be.
And so nighttime temperatures during those periods are going to be they're going to start out in the 50s.
And I'm going to say it's going to start out in the low 40s. I'm aiming for a little bit cooler this week.
Anyway, but
we've had disagreeing weather forecasts.
Yeah. So but it's gonna cool down. I mean, it's not gonna be chilly, but it's gonna cool down. So
I think it's going to be high 40s and then drop down to the low 40s for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we'll start inching it back up again for Tuesday.
Yeah, and he could be right on that, but it's definitely going to be a cool down.
Yeah.
And then And then as we get through into the next week, I think we're gonna start seeing a little bit of increase in temperatures from the weekend.
That's what it kind of looks like, and maybe a little bit drier.
A little bit drier, yeah. Should dry out a little bit as well. So we're thinking probably mid 70s or even
for next week. Yeah.
So
we'll tell you about that in the next report.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Yeah. Anyway, but we're looking at maybe 1 or 2 days of 60s for a high. But I think in the rest of the time it's going to be somewhere in the 70s, but probably mid to lows. He thinks it's going to be a little colder.
I think it's going to be a little bit cooler.
And I did too until I saw my last weather forecast, and they bumped it up.
Like I said, they can't make up their minds.
No, but I think that's a good indication of what this week's going to be like. It's going to be very variable.
It'll very variable.
So you won't know whether what's coming or going. So be careful.
Dress in layers.
Well, no, it's not going to be cold, but take some rain gear. Not a reindeer, a rain gear. And the other thing is to make sure that you watch when you're on the water because, for instance, if you're on the lake on a small craft or something, it's going to get real rough real fast if something blows in. Not to mention the fact that if there's lightning, that'd be a bad place to be.
Yeah, not good.
If you're floating the rivers, this is going to be really kind of a tough time to do it. If you're going to do it, probably do it early because usually thunder bumpers happen in the afternoons and evenings. So I would try to go for a morning float if you're going to do a morning float, especially on if you're going to hit South Big or over from the boat launch over at Big Springs because that doesn't have any current. You get in any wind and you're going to be going backwards. So be careful with that one. But other than that, be aware of your surroundings. Watch out for lightning. You know, don't walk around with a nice aluminum paddle in your hands on a high spot. So we don't want to find you next to your fry.
Not a good idea. No.
Anyway,
and huckleberries, I think, are starting to come out, or have been out.
Well, probably lower, but not the higher ones. We checked. We went about a week and a half ago. Checked the upper ones; they weren't even budding yet. So, So lower ones probably are coming on.
And I'm doing that to segue into bears are still around, right?
Yes, and they can be unbearable.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that to segue into garbage being left out.
Garbage left out. So,
and I'm doing that to segue into I got to stand up on a soapbox for just a second.
Well,
and let you right.
He said, "I'm on a taller rock. He's on a shorter rock." So.
I got a complaint, is what I'm saying.
Okay, he wants to complain. Go ahead, complain,
folks. The garbage fees are real high up here, and the businesses don't need your personal garbage, especially for some of the short-term rentals that are telling their customers to go put their garbage in the business's garbage bins instead of providing a garbage service for their customers as they should.
Yes, that's true. And just as far as in the city goes, if we get complaints that the short-term rental people are telling the people to use your garbage cans, we will probably conduct some sort of hearing to find out whether they deserve a license. So I would not do that if I were you. And as far as
don't make me do that.
So as far as county goes, they'll do their own thing. But the thing is that it's the responsibility of the cabin owners who are renting them out, or the campground people who are renting it out, or whoever is to provide for garbage services. It is not the job of the other businesses to be the garbage service for everybody else.
Yes.
I know this last week when we had the fair over there at Sawtell Mountain Resort, I know that you guys had a big trash bin that was completely full of other people's garbage.
It was supposed to be cardboard, not trash.
Anyway, so be courteous, be kind, and that's kind of a theft of services when you're dumping your garbage can.
I agree with that.
In somebody else's place. So knock off that crap. So. Is that what you wanted to say?
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
All right, so we expect better.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. We expect good behavior out of everybody, including that, because that's not kind nor polite. You wouldn't want somebody dropping off, 100 pounds of garbage over on your front door and say, "Here, take it to the dump for me."
Yeah, no.
So they don't need your 10,000 pounds of garbage either. So
no.
Anyway, so just be careful with that. Please be polite.
Okay, I'll step down now. Thank you.
Well, there you go. You're already there.
No.
All right. Anyway, so just we want and then also just remember that the park is still really crazy busy. There's some road construction going on.
Some delays.
And there's delays. I would not suggest riding motorcycles because being stuck for 2 hours on a motorcycle in the road would suck.
With the bison staring at you?
With the bison staring at you. But anyway, so be aware of that. So go slow. It is crowded. Find some other things to do. There's lots to do at Island Park. If you have any questions about that, get a hold of Craig, me, or anybody else. We'll give you some thoughts and ideas about other places to go and see. Like Virginia City or Big Springs or whatever.
Mesa Falls. Still one of my most favorite spots.
Lots of places. So anyway, but we can find things for you to do. And we still want to see the park, but just be aware that go early. Be aware it's going to be crowded. And I talked to a couple people that went yesterday, and they were exhausted and fried. They were fried because they were hot, and they did a hike, and they were exhausted because it was so crowded. So anyway, so be aware of that. But with that, be safe, be careful. Remember, we love you. So from Island Park, this is Mike Bogden.
And Craig Neville of Sandpatch Cove.
All right, you guys take care. See ya. Bye-bye.